Man, forget about restaurants and movie theaters. Tonight, we take dinner and a movie inside a tent. No reservations, no movie theater lines, just the ultimate movie theater experience on episode 2 of Glamping Life 49. Through the magic of YouTube, let's see if we can set this up in like 15 seconds. 15 seconds. We can do this. 14 seconds. 13 seconds. 12 seconds. 11 seconds. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, look. It doesn't take 15 seconds to set one of these up. But in the last video, we talked about when tents die, they want to be reincarnated as one of these. Here's why. Floor space, 187 square feet of floor space. Now, good luck finding some sort of trailer or RV for the price of this thing that gives you that much space. I'll give you a clue, it doesn't exist. These ceilings are almost 7 feet tall, which means your buddy Dikembe Mutombo can walk in here without ducking. But that also means that the corners are just tall enough so you can still put the kids in timeout when their data goes out on their phone and they start crying. Well, Lowe's still hasn't came out, so we got to put our shag carpets in here. I told you I was worthy, John.
I knew it.
Here, catch. How are you not worthy? I mean, what have you done? This is the Bluetti AC 180, and this is the Bluetti B80. This thing powers this thing, but these two things are the heart of any glamping trip because they can power anything up to 1800 watts with an additional 800 watts, totaling 2600 watts of power for things like this. This is the Solo Windchill 47. The last AC unit that we had pulled 350 watts to be on high. Wait until you see how little wattage this thing pulls. 41 watts. Look at how many hours this thing gives you. You could cool your tent all day. All day. Now listen, this thing will cool the tent all day, but it has one feature that nobody tells you about, and it's hidden right underneath the lid. Watch this. This right here is your directional AC. Watch how cool this is. Are my luscious locks moving? Every big guy's dream. To top it off, this Solo does this misting feature. Watch this. You hold down the button for 3 seconds. You're welcome. Now that that thing has cooled our tent down, we can start setting up the bedroom for snuggle time. Perfect, first try. Just kidding, it was 5. All done. You know, they claim these Bonflags can take 600 pounds. Is that 600 pounds? When I bought this bed from Bonflag, they gave us these really huge pillows. Wait until you see how large these are. You know, it takes like 100 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. I bet you we could blow this up in like 6 full breaths. Let's find out. 4 breaths. We got to set up our theater chairs for our movie theater. Let's go. In case you didn't know, those Bonflag chairs are super light and incredibly durable. Theater chair number 2. Don't you know who I am?
I'm the Juggernaut!
In case you guys didn't notice, I'm a huge fan of these Bonflag tactical theater chairs, and I'm a big fan of the Bonflag camping bed. But now that we have our living room and our bedroom set up, it's time for all the furnishings, including the theater screen. This is our brand new little mini fridge. I actually got it because I was gonna put John in there, and I almost got him in because he was crying about how hot it was. But this thing, we're gonna put some drinks in. Guys, wait until you see what I have hiding in this one. Can you say Brazilian steakhouse? Every bedroom needs a nightstand on both sides of the bed. So here's one. And this is bedstand number 2. So John was yet again complaining that the AC unit wasn't enough because he's a Floridian. So I got something else for John in here. Here you go, John. I got you 2 of these for the nightstands. Let's try. I had to pick these up from Amazon because somebody, who will remain nameless, was complaining about how hot it was last time. Just like in any home, every now and then you got to rearrange, whether it's your choice or your significant other is telling you. That's what we had to do. Last trip we went on, we didn't actually have one of these, and let's just say it was a little warm. Well, this is a shower, and maybe you don't even want to shower, or maybe you do want to shower. What this does is it allows you to do it in the privacy of your own. This, in the combination of the next item I'm going to show you, is how you'll have your very own shower at camp. So we set up the privacy enclosure for your shower, but this right here is your shower. Check it out. This is where you put your water. So you put your water in here. This might take a while.
2,000 years later.
Okay, that took a little longer than we expected, but we're full and ready to take a shower. You can actually set this thing up and hook it to whatever you'd like. And you hook up your shower head to your mount. Just like any other shower head. You then plug this in there, turn it on. Yes, you're gonna put electronics in water, but that's because it's a water pump. Check it out. Pretty dope for all those really hot days. It's not bad. Due to high demand from a lot of the subscribers, you guys wanted to see this in action. So because of that, you will not get to see me in there. Hey guys, thanks again for joining us on the live. That actually was really fun. We really enjoyed it. All the engagement was wonderful, but we finished by saying we were going to start fishing This thing you saw in the last video, it's the lunker pole, but last time John kept losing fish because it only had 6-pound monofilament line. Well, we did an upgrade like every glamper does, and we put on 12-pound braid. Let's go get it. Nothing even following it. All right, let's try that again. Oh, little guy came in after it, but not really. Ooh, furthest cast yet. I don't think we're getting out there far enough with this thing. We've casted this thing 3 times with no results, which is normal for me. But I figured we're not getting out far enough, so let's do a running start. You ready? Go! It's pretty much the same distance, but it's gonna work this time. Well, we moved spots, not because I'm unlucky, but because there's nothing over there. So we're gonna try right here. Let's see what happens. Ooh, right out by the feeder. That's the lure.
A few moments later.
Like always, when I go fishing, we actually didn't catch anything. Neither did John. He was trying, but it just didn't work. So let's go try this food. We're about to set up for cooking, and this is going to help us see in the dark. This thing is loaded with LED bulbs. It's even got a cool name, Augury. Now that we've got a little more light, we're both getting a little hungry. It's dinner time. So we're gonna open this up finally and show you what surprise piece of meat we got for you. Tomahawk Ribeye, anybody? The word is you have to make your subscribers happy. So a few of you mentioned that you didn't really know what this was. Well, Only Fire is the brand, and this is an actual cooking station. Let me show you how to set it up. There is 4 pieces to this, 2 trays to cut on, and of course the burner. I actually really like this. It says camping table. We all know that means glamping table, but this is essentially the kitchen where we're gonna prepare the Tomahawk Ribeye. And some of you were telling me that the cutting board work was kind of bad because it was sliding all over the place. That was true. So we got rid of that thing. And what we got was that right there. That ain't going anywhere. Any good cook will tell you, you do have to trim your meat a little bit. Let's give it a go. These big hunks of fat. Everybody says, oh, leave the fat on, that's more flavor. Yeah, it's okay. But some of them are just too big, like that. All right, she's ready. We decided that this thing is about 1.5 inches to almost 2 inches thick, so we're gonna butterfly it to help the cooking process along a little bit. We're gonna try and make a heart out of it. Let's see if we can do it. This actually looks more like a kidney. And you know what they say? A heart says I love you, but a kidney says I gotta go. This is when the magic starts to happen. Good old MSG. we're making a pepper steak. This pepper steak we're going to do on our Korean style grill, and we're going to use 4 ingredients to season it with. Oil, MSG, everybody's favorite, some Montreal steak, and black pepper. It's mainly going to be a black pepper steak. You don't need a bunch of the MSG at all. Montreal steak we're going to be sparingly with as well. But the black pepper, we're going to go ham. You know why they tell you to pat your rub-on and not rub it? Because it sticks better. So there's your tip from Glamping Life 49. These cooking stations require these little canisters of propane, and you just put them in, and it helps to just screw the propane canister itself. All right, we're ready to cook. This thing puts out mega BTUs, so you don't need it to be on the highest setting. So even though you're a camp, you can't cross-contaminate anything. You gotta do the right thing and clean your stuff in between everything. All right, we're gonna let that rest so we can start on the asparagus and the corn. All right, John said he wanted asparagus, and we are gonna utilize all those juices left over from the steak, as well as some other seasonings, to get these things going. We're gonna take off all the ends. Now, I personally like these, but John still has some of his baby teeth, so we have to make them soft. All right, so we got our butter and garlic and herb seasoning, and we're gonna mix all of these into there and make some of the best asparagus you've ever had. You ready? Watch this. Get all these good bits, brown bits. We're gonna hit it with our seasoning. Don't be afraid if you lose any. The smell on this is intoxicating. Smell-o-vision needs to be a thing, obviously. They've been talking about that for years, but to get this kind of smell coming off of asparagus, this is gonna be one of the best dinner in a movies in a tent ever. you're able to utilize all of those brown bits of goodness coming off the ribeye for these asparagus. The next thing we got to do is get the corn going, and we'll have a full dinner. When you're glamping, you should imagine that you're at your house and there's no difference. You got to clean up as you go. We thought getting these sweet corns would complement the ribeye steak and everything really, really well. So we're gonna get these boiling, and then once we get these done, we'll show you guys the whole meal put together. All right, we decided to take the ends off of these, and then we're going to cut them in half so they fit our pot. And in they go. Now, doesn't this look like dinner in a movie in a tent the way it's supposed to be? Let's plate this stuff up and start watching our movie. You know, on second thought, we're camping. There is no rules. You know what that reminds me of? A place I used to go. Heaven. Let's get this movie going. God, I'm so thirsty. These are gonna be turning into a grilled pineapple later. This is okay movie night, right? Check that out. This is okay movie night, but I think, John, I think we can go bigger. This is like the best movie ever. Random stranger.
Fishing, baby. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Okay, well, the stranger has 2 catches. Glamping Line 49 has 0 catches. It's a clue.
Yeah, dude.
By man in over 10 years.
Dinner or a movie?
Out of here. Okay, so let's touch.
This is like the best movie. Have you seen this movie?
Turtles.
Subscribe to Glamping Line 49. It's on there. Okay, we're gonna make grilled pineapple for everybody. And this is one of my absolute favorite dishes at any Brazilian steakhouse. These are going to be our pieces that we actually cook on the grill. There is already enough sugars in them. You don't have to add any. You just kind of gotta give them a little more flavor. And we're going to do that with cinnamon, and that right there. You gotta go a little heavy with the cinnamon because some of it's gonna come off in the cooking process. These things actually need a little extra liquid in most cases. Oh my God, doesn't that smell good? The apple and pineapple, holy cow. I mean, apple, cinnamon, and pineapple. Holy cow. You know, John, what we should have done is said dinner, movie, and dessert. But dinner and movies. Yeah. Apple, cinnamon, pineapple. You think it's a weird combination, but it's not. It's actually incredible. I'm getting kind of tired. I think I'm going to go to bed. We will see you in the morning with the Conspiracy Minute. Once again, we made it to Monday morning. This was an enormous amount of fun to shoot this video. We really hope that you guys enjoy it as much as we do. But we have again obtained proof of, not a skunk ape. This is of what I think is a tank on Mars that came from the last shot of the Spirit rover before it went, John, offline, right? So I'm going to show you this photo, okay? Do you see anything unique in that photo?
I mean, there's a rock.
Yeah, there's lots of rocks on the photo, but specifically this rock right here, right there.
I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. You could really think that could
John,
be just a rock.
That's a tank. Look, there's like a line, like street right in front of it. Like it's totally a tank.
Yeah, but
you guys always ruin my dreams.